Good evening and welcome to Tim's Offgrid. Tonight we're going to dive into backpacking stoves. So I got a couple different Jetboils. We got the MSR Pocket Rocket, and then we've got Esbit stove that uses a little fuel in it. So we're going to do some comparisons here. How long does it take to boil the water? How much do these weigh? How big they are, etc. So first off, we're going to start with the one that we got the fuel attached to, which is the Pocket Rocket. So here's Pocket Rocket. It's super simple. It can even fit inside of your mess kit. That's how small it is when you screw it off the bottle. All right. So by itself, it weighs a whopping 3 ounces. All right. And if you were talking about it in some fuel, you're talking somewhere around 8.5 ounces. All right. Again, screws on super duper easy. All right. There we go. And we spread it out. So we can use a Jetboil over here to measure us out 8 ounces of water. All right. There's our 8 ounces. Gonna add it to our pot. And drop that thing on there. All right. Gonna start flowing the fuel. And then this is a case where we're gonna use a lighter because we're trying to move fast. Boom. Sounds like a jet taking off, don't it? All right, that's pretty serious right there.
I've got a timer.
All right, start the timer. The timer has started. Meanwhile, holy cow. This is serious stuff right there. All right, 30 seconds. We have got boiling water in here.
30.9 seconds. Oh my gosh, that flame is big.
30.9 seconds. And we are going to give it a break. All right. We're going to pour this out, and we're going to start over again. And we're going to try a Jetboil with about 8 ounces and go from there. Thank you. All right. This is my original Jetboil. I think I bought this in 2010 or somewhere thereabouts, maybe 2012, because I had that Pocket Rocket first. And then I was jealous of Mr. Kurt Boucher because he came in with a Jetboil. So I said, I got to get one of these Jetboils. But we keep that clock up there to remember Kurt by. And it was a gift that I got from one of my former troops when they came to visit last year. And I really, really appreciate that. All right, so we got 8 ounces over here in a Jetboil. We're going to screw the fuel on there. Ethan's got the timer over there. So with this older version of the Jetboil, it doesn't have a striker. So we're going to have to strike it ourselves. And I know this pot is super hot. I'm going to put it on the Esbit stove over there. So I'm going to fire it up. And then I'll tell Ethan when to start the timer. All right, start the timer.
All right.
All right, here we go. We'll see how long this takes. All right, and there we got boiling water in the Jetboil. I'm going to turn it off. And how long did that take?
1 minute and 48 seconds.
1 minute and 48 seconds. So that's about what it takes when I'm making coffee in the morning when we're out camping on the trail, when I'm using Jetboil out there. And while I'm unscrewing this, and we're going to pour this water out, I am wearing one of my throwbacks from Bayport Scout Reservation, which is also a dedication I got in that portrait over there for some of the work I did on staff for different events over the years at Bayport. I'll always remember my time spent there, even though the camp is no more. All right, just for the heck of it, let's see what this Jetboil weighed. And with nothing in it, just like it is 10.6 ounces. All right, so we're going to give this Jetboil a rest. And and look at this. This water is still steaming from that original one. This thing was a hoss right here. All right, this is the updated Jetboil that's got a striker built into it, so I don't even need to use my torch. So we're going to give this one 8 ounces of water, and we're going to get it going here in a second. So screwing it on for the Jetboil, and you know what? Let me unscrew this and tell you what the weight is right quick. Priorities, right? So it is 12 ounces, coming in at 12 ounces. All right.
Why did the other one get such a faster time?
Well, there are different designs here. This was your original Jetboil. And if you look in there, it has a way that it design the burner in there. Let me see if I can screw that off right quick. So you see how that burner is on there. Be careful if any of that's hot. And then we look at the way the burner was designed on this. You got a slightly different burner design with this tube that's going up versus this one just goes straight from here. You've got a little bit of air that can mix with the fuel there. But I really think it's in the design here. So this one was using more fuel when it was boiling the water, and you could hear it. You could see the massive flame that was coming out. So the amount of fuel, the flame, that's going to add to how fast it's going to go. And look, you can leave the mic down here and it's going to work fine too, man. It's going to pick up good. Trust me. All right, again, let's put our 8 ounces in here. So let me rotate this thing so I can see what we got. 8 ounces in here. And guess what? This one doesn't tell you where 8 ounces is, but I know Jetboil does. So we'll put 8 ounces in the Jetboil. So remember that. The original Jetboil had all types of graduations in here, but that newer one does not. All right, there's our 8 ounces going into the Jetboil. And then we'll start our timer. And we're going to tell you what we think. All right. Oh my. And I got the valve in there. So one thing about this one here that I didn't know because I haven't used it yet, you got to get the lever here and rotate it. Now screw that bottle back on. Yep. So that's actually like your little lever to operate the valve down here. All right. So we got the fuel flowing. Come on. It's going to be some kind of crazy explosion. That don't work too well. Probably going to get exploded here in a minute. Look at all this technology. Epic fail.
Yeah, you
all right.
should
we got to clear the air.
We
got to clear the air before. All right. Anyways. All right. Let me open this thing back up. I'm going to hit it with a torch. Boom. Start the timer. I got this thing at full flow right now. And hey, that quick lighting, that striker, no go. Okay. All right, so there we go. We got boiling water over here on the new and improved Jetboil. What was our time on that one?
It was 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Yeah, so I'd say new and improved Jetboil goes faster, but I'd also say you best be prepared with your lighter. So let's just look here and yep. So you see what it is. The spark is not igniting. Right here where the striker is on top of the burner. Yep. So that's what it is. So we'll have to troubleshoot that some other time. All right. We are going to move over to this other one. And look, the reason why we're going through all these stoves, we've got a backpacking trip that's coming up. So I've got to, go over all these stoves with the boys and let them know which ones we recommend. So obviously we will take this one because this one boiled water like nobody's business. And we're all going to have dehydrated meals for this camping trip. So next one is the Esbit stove. All right. You just open it up like this. You take your fuel out of the wrapper like so.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, right? You put your stove right, you put your fuel right there. All right. Ethan, we got to measure out 8 ounces again. Oh, that ain't going to work. Let's see if that guy can stay there. We're going to measure 8 ounces again. All right, that's our 8 ounces. And we got our pot. But we're going to put our water back over here in this Jetboil. And our pot is hot. So we're going to let our pot cool off. So we're starting from scratch. And then we're going to, you can't whisper because we're wearing microphones. All right.
Can I use the lighter?
Yeah, you can use yes, you'll use the lighter. So we're going to go cool all this stuff off so we're starting fresh.
What about in the video?
Yeah, this is cooled off.
In the video?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to cool this pot off, and then we're going to get going with the Esbit stove and see how long this takes for 8 ounces.
1.
All right, we got our pot cooled off. We got our 8 ounces of water in here. We're going to add those to our pot. All right, why don't you put that on the Esbit stove, and then you're going to light the stove.
Like that?
Yep. And then get it right up under there and light the stove. You got to hold it a little bit so that'll catch up. Give it a little bit more. I want to see that thing really on fire. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, I want you to go get the timer because the block is almost all the way on fire. All right, go ahead and start the timer.
All right.
All right, meanwhile, like we said earlier, the reason why we're trying out our backpacking stoves, look, there's uses for all different types of stoves, but you don't take a camp stove while you're backpacking. You take a backpacking stove. So we're showing you, it's really 3 different versions, but 2 different versions of the Jetboil. So again, Ethan said he wanted the beef stroganoff with noodles for his dinner when we're going on backpacking on the AT. And it says here, if he eats the 2 servings that are in here, he'll have 580 calories. I think we're going to burn about quadruple that on the trail. And then I've got the
Is that supposed to happen?
Yep. I've got the fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. Shacking. So it says 2 servings per container, calories 360. All right. So all these are freeze dried, dehydrated, whatever.
Yep.
And should last about 5 years. I probably had some of these about 5 years, to tell you the truth, but I've lost track over time. This one says best by July 11th of 25. And this other one says best by August of 2053. I don't know if I'll still be alive in 2053. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and we'll come back to y'all in the video in a few minutes. Don't stop that because we're still going here. Mr. Esbit is doing his best over here. So we'll see you in a few. Actually, I'm pretty impressed. So this Esbit, it boiled water in 3 minutes.
In 7 seconds.
3 minutes and 7 seconds. So that was pretty impressive. So on the container, it says something about 8 minutes. And I think that 8 minutes is if you had like 16 ounces. We just used 8 for all intents and purposes. A lot of your meals too, all you're going to put in here is about 8 ounces. And that's something else to think about too. No matter how much water it says you need in there, go and read some reviews and read about what people say, how much water they put in there. Like the beef stroganoff says 1 2/3 cup. Sometimes the boys have made these and they've been too watery and then they don't want to eat them. And this one here says add 2 cups. All right. So not so sure about it. Some of them turned into soup and then they wouldn't eat their dinner. All right. And we end up having Cliff Bars along the way and Cliff Bars for dinner. All right. So we've gone through, we've compared all these different stoves. So hands down, we will be taking this one on our trip. This Esbit, it's got its purpose. It might even be in a get home bag or something like that. That's where I actually took it out of. And we're going to do a video later on about what goes in your get home bag. Some people call it a bug out bag. I call mine the get home bag. All right. GHB.
How are we going to take the fire out?
That's a good question. We may just have to let this thing keep burning. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. You've probably all heard different things about backpacking stoves. Now you've seen us use them in real life. We've showed you how to start them, how long it takes to boil water. You're going to use the boiling water for dehydrated meals, cleaning purposes, maybe coffee, be some really hot coffee. But please thumbs up, please like and subscribe, please share. We get a lot of views on our channel, but not a lot of people are subscribing. So we'd like to get our subscriber base up. So appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you.